Good morning, YouTube. We're here, I'm just doing a water test, leak test, and flow test on my overflow that I bought. Got the eShops PF 300. Should be about 300 gallons per hour. I bought a Rio 2100. It does like 600 and some odd number for gallons per hour. But down rated with 3 feet of hose, it does in the mid 400s. So far it's working pretty well. So I got it hooked up. You can see the bucket. I'll show you the overflow inside. So you can see it's overflowing nicely into there. Got a good siphon going, no air bubbles. It's going into the eShop overflow. Going through that filter pad, pre-filter, and then dropping down into this hose. I had to go into Lowe's today and get that little white fitting on there so that way it could screw on. It was a tight fit. I had to do some shaving on the bushings and stuff, but worked out nicely. So following the hose down, comes down into my Refugium that I made. So on this end, I'm going to have my protein skimmer also in there, the hang-on back protein skimmer that I had hanging. I had to buy some more pipe and extend it so that way I can place the skimmer down lower into the water. It's going to be sitting on the ground, so I'm going to have to try to find something to dampen the pump so it doesn't rattle on the floorboard of my aquarium stand. But it's going to fit nicely under there. I didn't want to get it in some protein skimmer just due to not wanting to spend any money. So it was a cheap way to maintain what I got. It's a great skimmer, so why fix what's not broke? So got some good flow going over the top of that, through my baffles, and back into the return pump. So here's a profile view of my Rio. So you can see there, it barely fits in there. Luckily I made that glass 4 inches down there because that stupid stand they have on the bottom is like really wide. I don't know why they couldn't just put the suction cups on the actual pump itself rather than having another mount under there. It just makes it wider than it needs to be. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to mount it in there without using that stand because it's just too wide. But it works out nicely. So you can see I got good flow coming through the pipe, coming back up, and then I just got this little return. You can see the head in there. But I'm going to drill a hole in it just for a siphon break. Because my tank's got a lot more water than this bucket, and as you can see, I'll turn the pump off here, you'll see how much the tank fills up. Do a little test here. So, got the tank, cutting the power. Let's see how it does. You can hear it starting to suck air. And that's about good. So it gets pretty high. Kind of makes me a little bit nervous. I might cut the siphon break a little bit sooner, especially in the main tank, because it might take a lot more water and fill that up even more. So I got to really kind of play with it, see where I want it to stop, and I'll make the proper adjustments. But so far so good. I'm not seeing any leaks. The overflow is working great. The pump's working great. I'm anxious to get this all hooked up underneath my tank. Plug this back in here, let it run a little longer. But as you see, here we go. We'll watch it overflow. So the bucket's filling up. And it starts overflowing again. The siphon is still there because we didn't break the siphon. The water remains in the overflow tank to keep the siphon. So you never have to reset it, which is really nice. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment down below. I'm going to do a kind of a progressive video, so there'll be another one after this showing a little bit more progression, and then I'll have a final one with it all hooked up to the tank and with the Refugium complete. But anyways, just wanted to show you what I'm working on. This is my project for the day. I hope you guys are having a good day. Keep reefing.